What are two cabinet-level positions? Secretary of Labor, Secretary of State. Some states have more representatives than other states. Why? Because they have more people. What is the purpose of the 10th Amendment? The powers not given to the federal government belong to the states or to the people. Why did the United States enter the Persian Gulf War? To force the Iraqi military from Kuwait. What part of the federal government writes laws? Congress. What major event happened on September 11, 2001, in the United States? Terrorists attacked the United States. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? Freed the slaves. What is the name of the national anthem? The Star-Spangled Banner. How many seats are on the Supreme Court? 9. What is the rule of law? Everyone must follow the law. Thomas Jefferson is famous for many things. Name one. Writer of the Declaration of Independence. Name one power of the U.S. Congress. Writes laws. What is the capital of the United States? Washington, D.C. How long is a term for a U.S. Senator? 6 years. Benjamin Franklin is famous for many things. Name one. U.S. diplomat. Martin Luther King, Jr. is famous for many things. Name one. Fought for civil rights. The words life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are in what founding document? Declaration of Independence. The executive branch has many parts. Name one. President. How many amendments does the U.S. Constitution have? 27. Name one power of the President. Signs bills into law. Who elects U.S. Senators? Citizens from their state. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? Louisiana. Name one thing the U.S. Constitution does. Forms the government. What is one part of the judicial branch? Supreme Court. Many documents influence the U.S. Constitution. Name one. Declaration of Independence. What is the name of the President of the United States now? Donald Trump. If the President can no longer serve, who becomes President? The Vice President. How many senators does each state have? 2. What is Veterans Day? A holiday to honor people in the military. Who signs bills to become laws? The President. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? Mike Johnson. What is the supreme law of the land? Constitution. Who does a U.S. Senator represent? Citizens of their state. Who is the governor of your state now? Kelly Ayotte. Kelly Ayotte. There are 3 branches of government. Why? Checks and balances. What is the form of government of the United States? Republic. The President of the United States can serve only 2 terms. Why? Because of the 22nd Amendment. What was the Great Depression? Longest economic recession in modern history. Who vetoes bills? The President. What does the judicial branch do? Reviews laws. Why does each state have 2 senators? Equal representation for small states. Name 1 war fought by the United States in the 1900s. Vietnam War. How many voting members are in the House of Representatives? 435. What does the Bill of Rights protect? The basic rights of Americans. Name 2 important ideas from the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. Equality. Liberty. Who elects members of the House of Representatives? Citizens from their district. How many U.S. senators are there? 100. Name your U.S. representative. Answers will vary. The President of the United States is in charge of which branch of government? Executive branch. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. John J. The President of the United States is elected for how many years? 4 years. The U.S. Constitution starts with the words, "We the people." What does "we the people" mean? Self-government. Name one U.S. military conflict after the September 11, 2001 attacks. War in Iraq. Name the 3 branches of government. Congress, President, and the courts. Why is the Electoral College important? It decides who is elected president. James Madison is famous for many things. Name one. Father of the Constitution. What is the economic system of the United States? Free market economy. What is the highest court in the United States? Supreme Court. Who does a member of the House of Representatives represent? Citizens in their district. Name one power that is only for the federal government. Print paper money. Why do U.S. representatives serve shorter terms than U.S. senators? To more closely follow public opinion. How are changes made to the U.S. Constitution? Amendments. Why is the Declaration of Independence important? It says America is free from British control. There are 4 amendments to the U.S. Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. Citizens 18 and older can vote. The American Revolution had many important events. Name one. Declaration of Independence. Why did the United States enter World War II? Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. What amendment says all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are U.S. citizens? 14th Amendment. The nation's first motto was E pluribus unum. What does that mean? We all become one. What are 2 examples of civic participation in the United States? Vote. Run for office. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? J.D. Vance. What U.S. war ended slavery? The Civil War. Name one power that is only for the states. Give a driver's license. The Civil War had many important events. Name one. Sherman's March. How long is a term for a member of the House of Representatives? 2 years. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? The United States. What founding document was written in 1787? U.S. Constitution. What founding document said the American colonies were free from Britain? Declaration of Independence. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. Civil War. What is the capital of your state? Concord. Concord. What is Memorial Day? A holiday to honor soldiers who died in military service. Why is it important to pay federal taxes? Required by law. Who can vote in federal elections, run for federal office, and serve on a jury in the United States? U.S. citizens. During the Cold War, what was one main concern of the United States? Communism. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? July 4, 1776. Name one example of an American innovation. Airplane. Why did the United States enter World War I? Because Germany attacked U.S. ships. What group of people was taken and sold as slaves? Africans. What are three rights of everyone living in the United States? Freedom of speech. Freedom of religion. Freedom of assembly. How many Supreme Court justices are usually needed to decide a case? 5. Who appoints federal judges? The President. Name one reason why the Americans declared independence from Britain. High taxes. Why did the United States enter the Vietnam War? To stop the spread of communism. Alexander Hamilton is famous for many things. Name one. First Secretary of the Treasury. Where is the Statue of Liberty? New York. What are the two parts of the U.S. Congress? Senate and House of Representatives. Why does the flag have 50 stars? Because there are 50 states. How long do Supreme Court justices serve? For life. How can people become United States citizens? Naturalize. Why were the Federalist Papers important? They helped people understand the U.S. Constitution. What war did the Americans fight to win independence from Britain? War for Independence. There were 13 original states. Name 5. New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire, Delaware, Virginia. Name 3 national U.S. holidays. Labor Day, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day. Abraham Lincoln is famous for many things. Name 1. Freed the slaves. When did all women get the right to vote? After World War I. Who is Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. military? The President. What is Independence Day? The country's birthday. What does the President's cabinet do? Advises the President. When did the Great Depression start? The Great Crash, 1929. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II. Franklin Roosevelt. Supreme Court justices serve for life. Why? To be independent of politics. The colonists came to America for many reasons. Name one. Freedom. What did the Civil Rights Movement do? Fought to end racial discrimination. When did all men get the right to vote? After the Civil War. Who was the United States' main rival during the Cold War? Russia. Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? American Indians. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Thomas Jefferson. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. Crow. What is one way Americans can serve their country? Vote. Why did the United States enter the Korean War? To stop the spread of communism. Why does the flag have 13 stripes? Because there were 13 original colonies. Name one leader of the women's rights movement in the 1800s. Susan B. Anthony. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? John Roberts. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. The Civil War. George Washington is famous for many things. Name one. Father of our country. Who is one of your state's U.S. senators now? Jean Shaheen, Maggie Hassan. Jean Shaheen, Maggie Hassan. Name 2 promises that new citizens make in the oath of allegiance. Be loyal to the United States. Defend the U.S. Constitution. Dwight Eisenhower is famous for many things. Name 1. General during World War II. It is important for all men age 18 through 25 to register for the Selective Service. Name 1 reason why. Required by law.